Hey, what's up guys, it's Zack here, and today I'm bringing you the 5th tutorial of the Radiant series. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on, let's see, somebody suggested something. I'm going to do the first suggestion that I saw. Let's see. Loading screen, I don't really feel like doing that right now, so I think I'm going to do this one on a bit of scripting. Yeah, I'm gonna do a scripting one because I've had multiple people ask me for that. Alright, basically you're gonna want to open, I think I still have that map that I was testing on. Actually, I'm just testing on my CJ map. I'll just do this. Alright. If you saw my last tutorial, you're gonna want to get Notepad++ if you haven't gotten it yet. I just recommend it because it's a lot easier for scripting. And if you're just starting to make a GSC, you're gonna want to go to your Call of Duty 4 folder, and then you want to go raw maps, and then in that maps folder is gonna be an MP folder, and in here you're gonna want to right click, and you're gonna want to create a new text document, and you're just gonna want to call it whatever it is, whatever your map is. Mine is void, and then you're gonna want to go .gsc instead of .txt. But seeing how I already have one, I'm gonna not do that. Gonna open this up. Oh crap, I forgot I was already scripting in here. Oh shit. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of, copy that in here, copy that in here. Alright, let's just restart this shit. But for right now, you're going to want to, I'll just copy this just for now. Alright, don't worry about this, it's just what I put in my GC. This is like what you always need in your script, because right here, maps mp underscore load colon main. That's what you need. You always need that in a script. Just make sure that's at the top with main. Just make sure that's at the top of your script. Right here, game alliances, all this other stuff. You don't really need this. I just like putting it in because it's not really necessary. But basically, what this does is, if you're on the allies team, it sets your I guess you can say team thing to Marines. So like the quick commands like in game, like Roger, negative, nice shot, they would all be in English, seeing how it's Marines, or Op 4, I believe that's in German. It all depends. I mean, I think it's defaultly allies are Marines, but I just like putting it in anyways. You don't really need this if you don't want it. And right here, thread. Right here, I'm just doing other shit because that's all my other stuff besides what I would do like in like other maps. I always do, like, I make mine a lot organized. Like, I thread my traps differently if you're doing death run, or you can just do whatever. It doesn't have to be like other shit. It can be whatever. Like, you can go like blah blah blah. It can be whatever as long as it is down here. So you're gonna want to do this. You're gonna want to actually, first let me explain what this does. Basically, threading is, I guess you can say, how should I explain this? Getting it defined, I guess you can say, for actually like doing the actual functions for it. But for this, I'm basically making a threads or other threads inside of a thread, so threadception, and oh fuck. Oh. Alright, anyways, thread. For now, I'm just gonna do something rotating. I'm just gonna rotate some bounces or some shit. Bounce, rotate. Sure, let's do that. And you're just gonna want to thread that just like you did up here. And after that, you want to go down here, do the same thing that you just did, rotate, but this time, remember not to put the semicolon after, because obviously it's not a thread. You only do that on a thread or in a function. So I know that's confusing, but you'll know what I mean a little bit. So for this, you're gonna want to go back into Radiant for this. You're gonna want to choose the bounce you want to rotate. Let me go to that real quick. Let's see. Alright, shit, I'm just gonna rotate this. I don't like that texture, but you're gonna want to create the bounce you want to rotate. For this, anything, if you're gonna script it, if you're gonna do anything to manipulate that bounce and like move it, basically you're gonna want to just select that bounce, right click, make it a script, and then go with the brush model. And then you should get a little text icon down here that pops up, and that's how you know it's a script brush model, since it says it on the grid. You want to press N for the entity window. The class name should be a script underscore brush model if you did it right. For the key right here in this little box, you're going to want to do target name, and the value can be pretty much anything. I'm just going to call mine bounce rotate. It can be anything depending on what you're doing. So I'm just going to call that bounce rotate. And after that's done, you can go back to here. And you can do this two ways. You can either make it move when something is touched, or you can just make it automatically move when the map starts. So I'm just going to make it automatically move when the map starts. So I'm just going to do rotate equals get int. What did I call this? I think I call this bounce rotate. And then target name. Basically, right here, this is what rotate. This can be anything. Like I said, I would make it similar to what you have in here though, because you don't want to get them mixed up. Like this can just be like brush. It can be like bounce. It can be like whatever. But I'm just gonna call mine rotate. Actually, you know what? No, I lied. I'm gonna call it bounce. So this is the actual bounce that you made in game. It's just basically defining it in scripting. So this is what. Remember when we did target name and bounce rotate? The key was target name and the value was bounce rotate. This is basically just saying that we're gonna move this bounce that is in radian. And after that's done, you can do. Since I'm not gonna make this be triggered or moved by a trigger, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna make it do that as soon as the game starts up. So I'm gonna do while1. While1 is basically an infinite loop script. That means this will keep going and going and going and going and going until the map ends, basically. And with that, that means you can make rotating things, you can make moving things if you want to keep them moving. But that's basically the only reason you would use a while statement. There's other statements such as such as a for statement. But I'll get to that in another video, possibly as soon as I can't type today. In another video, as soon as like you guys get the hang of scripting more and you want to do more things with your bounces or platforms or whatever. So as I just said, while statement, infinite loop script. Basically, you're gonna want to do a wait 1, or actually I'm gonna do 0.1, so that's shorter time. That just waits 1 second, or 0.1 as it is now. And that just waits, like literally, it waits that time. And you're gonna want to do bounce, rotate, y'all. And then this is going to be 360, because 360 degrees. And this second number can be 1 to 10. 1 being the fastest rotating thing, or that's the fastest speed, I should say. And 10 being the slowest. So that would move really slow if it was 10. So 9 will be still pretty fast, 8, 7, 6, you can do anything in between there. It can also be decimals, like 3.5, 3.54, I don't really, it doesn't really matter to me. I usually use whole numbers or to the 10th place. For now, I'm going to use, you don't want to make it too fast, because it's going to be really hard to bounce on it if you make it too fast. I don't even like bouncing or rotating bounces to begin with, because they're fucking a bitch to hit, because you gotta hit him at the exact right angle, and it's just hard to hit him. I don't know. That might just be me, but I'm just doing this for the tutorial. You can move anything. This can be a rotating platform, like a square. I don't really give a shit, but yeah, like I said, 360 degrees, and I'm gonna make this move at 6 speed, and then you want to close it with a semicolon, just like you did up here in your threads. And yeah, basically you just want to close it off with another bracket. Like this is the open bracket, this is the closing bracket. If there's an open bracket, you always want to close that bracket, or else you'll get syntax errors, and you'll get scripting errors, and that'll just be a giant ass mess. Yeah, and then you want to close off what you did originally up here. So you always want to, if you do have the language selected, like C++, it should always highlight the brackets red if they're closed. Like say I didn't close this would not highlight red. This would highlight like nothing. So that's how you know if it's closed or not. It's like all these are highlighted. That's how you know they're good. So that's about it. And now we're going to do another thing actually, because I've got a request to do this. So we're gonna do thread credits. So credits, we're gonna want to do what we just did. Open that, and we're gonna want to do this. We're gonna want to make this go by triggers. So we're gonna do trig equals get and trigger underscore credits. Oops. Target name, just like you did up there. And you guys should know about triggers in the previous tutorial. If you don't, I would really go check that out, because I think I explained the triggers in there, the different kind of triggers, and this is really helpful. And alright, there we go. Sorry, that was weird. And yeah, just go check out that video, because there's a bunch of different explanations about the triggers. And yeah, about this, basically, this is like what we just did with that balance. We made it a script brush model, but in this case, it would be a trigger. So we're gonna want to go to. Well, for me, I'm gonna go over here. Where the hell is my spawn? Where the hell is it at? Where the hell is it at? Where the hell is it at? That's not it. Man, I hate this. There we go. Alright, so I want this to be triggered. I'm gonna make this a trigger damage, just so if you shoot at it, it pops up the text and the credits. So I'm going to make this. I'm gonna keep it like this, seeing how I already have it. But this would be trigger underscore credits. As I'm doing it in the script, but I'm gonna change it up. Like I said, that can be anything, but let me make sure that's there we go. Let's just pretend this is credits still. I'm gonna make it spawn sign. But that can be credits if you want. You can make it, as long as it corresponds in the script to the same target name it has in Radiant, you'll be fine. And this, basically, we're going to do trig wait till. Can't type today. Trigger. Player. Basically, why do I have this on C++ still? Alright. Shit, what was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, trig wait till, this basically just waits till that trigger is activated. So like if it's a trigger damage, like you should know from the previous video, if you shoot it, it waits till that's shot, and basically it says, it does whatever below here. Like, so I can do the thing, the command for showing things on a screen, on your screen, sorry, is iprint in bold, and then you can do whatever in here, like let's say the maker of this map is Zack. And then you want to close that off just like you did with a semicolon. That's basically only doing it once though. Like say it's one person shot it, that would just show that on the screen once, get rid of it, and then that would be it. That would be done. If you want this to do multiple times, you basically need to make a while statement for this. So, like I said, it's infinite. So, you're going to want to do a while statement with both of those in it, the trigger wait till and the iprinted bold. So, basically, shit, my bad. I forgot a wait statement. I'm going to do 0.1. And basically, it's an infinite loop, so it waits till the trigger is pressed, and then it waits 0.1 seconds, and then that puts that on your screen, iprint in bold. And then remember how it's an infinite loop statement, so it just keeps waiting until that trigger is activated, and it does the same function, iprint in bold and whatever's in these brackets, and it just keeps doing it, keeps doing it, keeps doing it, keeps doing it, keeps doing it. And then, yeah, remember to close off your credits, and that's basically it. That's the simplest you can get with iprint in bold statement. That's really about it. I mean, if you want, you can. I'll probably show you how to do other things with this. Like, I know there's like an iPrint in statement. Like, that's basically the same thing as an iPrint in bold, but it shows you in the lower left hand corner. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but I'm trying to think of an example that would show that. Like, in the left hand corner it says like so and so connected or whatever, or so and so joined the server. I don't know, maybe that might only be Death Run, but that basically just shows up this text in the bottom left hand corner. It's almost the same thing as iPrint in bold. It still shows your text, but iPrint in bold shows it right in the center of your screen. It's a lot bigger. So, yeah, you can use either one. There's other commands such as I think it's some shit like that, iPrint 3D or whatever. I don't fuck with those commands yet, cause even I don't know how like 3D command works yet. I have not messed with that yet. I don't really need it. Like I said, like just iPrint in bold and iPrint in is the only thing you really need. And yeah, that should like really be it, because that's the only possible thing like you can really do. That's the simplest thing you can do, I should say. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna open this up in game, test it, compile it, see if it works. So I'm gonna close that. We're gonna go back to applications. We're gonna open up compile tools and compile BSP. Build fast file. Don't need the zone file, seeing how we didn't edit anything like that. Alright, and I don't want to launch up a mod. I'm just gonna do oh yeah, I'm looking for seized. Let's go CoD jumper G underscore game type CJ, not CK, CJ dev map MP underscore void. Aw, shit. Well, that fucking sucks. So give me 1 second. Damn. Oh, I know what I did also. Gonna go have to fix that later. I'm a dumbass. Anyways, we're gonna have to add a new skybox. Gonna add a stock skybox real quick. Textures usage sky. Gonna do that. Make that. Okay, there we go. Okay, that didn't happen. Just compile this shit real quick. And okay, why am I compiling? I press spacebar. Let's try that again. Mods. Why am I skipping the C's? There we go. G underscore game type CJ. And if this gives me another error, I'm gonna be pissed. MPN. Okay, this is gonna piss me off. Fuck. Might have an error in my BSP, to be honest. Damn it, something always goes wrong. Yeah, it's basically just because it's missing an image. I created a custom skybox earlier, and I didn't put it in my IDBD. Anyways, I guess I'm not gonna test that in game because I need to go fix that. It's gonna be a bit to fix. But yeah, that's about it. You guys can go test this. It shouldn't give you any errors, seeing how you didn't create any of that shit that I did earlier. But yeah, it should all work out fine. Like the bounce should rotate, keep rotating, and the credit should show up if you shoot the sign or if you made that trigger multiple. And that should be about it. I think that's all I want to do in this tutorial. Yeah, I printed bold. How to set music. That's gonna be another time. That's gonna be a whole tutorial, seeing how you need to make sound aliases. You need to get the MP3. Effects editor. That'll be another whole tutorial. That won't be like part of a tutorial. That's a big topic to do. And Photoshop. That'll be just a whole nother series. And let's see what else. That's me. How to do base or advanced terrain blending. That'll be another tutorial, seeing how that'll take. Well, actually, no, that'll be half a tutorial. I'm thinking about doing something else, like the advanced parts of Radiant. That'll be part of another tutorial. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I'm gonna do for this tutorial. It's getting up to about 20 minutes. Yeah, it's 20-minute mark already. But yeah, that's basically the only two things that I am gonna do in this tutorial. Obviously, I'll be making sure probably tomorrow or the next day to do two other things. Yeah, sorry I haven't been like sort of slacking with the tutorials because I've been playing a lot of League of Legends. Yeah, I know. Um, yeah, so that's about it. I'll see you guys later.